Alright guys, so all of the Battle Wasps, apparently, we're going to go ahead and check all of them out. Bunch of new cards as well, so let's go ahead and hop right into it. We also have another non-Battle Wasp new Yu-Gi-Oh card to go over, but let's go get started. So first off, we had Halberd the Charge over here, which is a level 6 Wind Insect Synchro Effect monster. Requires 1 Insect Tuner and 1 plus non-tuner monsters. It says you can only use the second effect of this card's name once per turn. It says once during damage calculation, if this card attacks a monster your opponent controls with attack higher than this card, you can half that monster's attack during damage calculation only, and when it inflicts battle damage, you can inflict another 200 damage to your opponent for each Battle Wasp monster you controls. And then next up we have Pin the Bullseye. This is a level 1 insect effect monster with 200 attack, 300 defense points, and its effect reads that you can only use each effect of this card's name once per turn. The first effect being if you control an insect monster, you can just special summon this card from your hand. And the second effect is you can inflict 200 damage to your opponent for each Battle Wasp Pin the Bullseye you control. So I guess you just try to spam the board with these. Okay, then next up we have Dart the Hunter, and it's at 100-100, so these do not have good stats at all. But Dart the Hunter says you can only use each effect of this card's name once per turn. The first effect being if a Battle Wasp monster you control destroys a monster whose original owner is your opponent by battle, you can discard this card to inflict damage to your opponent equal to that monster's original attack. And then the second effect is you can target another insect monster you control. That monster is treated as a tuner monster, but you cannot special summon monsters from your extract for the rest of the turn except for insect monsters, which is pretty much how the Battle Wasp archetype works already. Next up we have the Bejewel, or the Revival Swarm. Anyways, normal spell card says you can only use the second effect of this card's name once per turn. The first effect is you can target a Battle Wasp monster in your graveyard and special summon that monster. The second effect is you can banish this card from your graveyard, target one insect monster you control. That monster cannot be destroyed until the end of the next turn. Okay, that's kind of interesting. And I'm guessing that's by battle or by card effect because it just says destroyed. Because they believe they had an anime effect also for this card, but this is the actual effect. Next up we have the Battle Wasp Nest. So this is the continuous card. This one, all the artwork on these, by the way, are like really tiny, so it's going to be potato quality if we zoom in on it. But anyways, Battle Wasp Nest is a continuous trap card that says you can only use the first effect of this card's name once per turn. That effect is when a Battle Wasp monster you control is targeted for an attack, you get to special summon one Battle Wasp monster from your hand or deck, and if you do, place one counter on this card, then end the battle phase. What? That's insanely good. You could special summon it and then just end the battle phase. It doesn't negate that attack, so basically you just lose out one Battle Wasp and that's it. Okay, and then during the end phase, while this card has 2 more counters on it, you send it to the graveyard. Okay, I wonder if there's a way to remove the counters. Maybe we'll get into that later. Anyways, next up we have the Sting the Poison. So this is a level 2 Wind Insect Tuner Effect monster with 400 attack and 800 defense points. You can only use each effect of this card's name once per turn each. If this card is normal or special, you get to add a Battle Wasp monster from your deck to your hand except for itself. And then as a quick effect, you contribute another insect except for this card, then target one effect monster you controls, negate its effect until the effect of the turn. Wait, what? Negate its effect until the effect of the turn. That doesn't make sense. Negate its effect until the end of the turn is more than likely what it actually says. Next up, we have Twin Blade Attacker. This is an older card. It just allows you to like attack twice. Or this card is old. Azusa the Ghost Bow over here is, I believe, also old. If it's already in your graveyard, when a Battle Wasp monster you control. Yeah, this one I believe is old also. Also, Arbalest the Rapid Fire is one where if it's destroyed by your opponent's card, you get to special summon another Battle Wasp, and that can be itself. But that second effect is only once per turn, so you can't go into them. And next up we have the Summoning Swarm, which is the normal spell card. It says you can only activate one card with this card's name per turn, which I believe is also an older card, but you get to target a level 4 lower Battle Wasp and summon it. And then the B card we went over, and then the Armageddon, which is their boss monster, is already a video that we did cover previously. So those are the new Battle Wasps. So if this is all they're getting, I mean, this card was kind of cool. Yeah, you get to special summon a Battle Wasp and the battle phase, and most of the cards it's like you can only go for insect stuff. So it'll be interesting to see if people just try teching some of these in. I know that we've covered the Gokis pretty extensively, and this card definitely has a little bit of potential of pinning the bullseye. Like the 200 battle, burn damage, whatever. Maybe it helps out. But it's just a free, just extra special summon that you can just obviously use for links. So maybe that will see some play in some random stuff. But overall, I think most of the stuff isn't really splashable in other decks too much. Unless you're going to have, like, 6 Battle Wasps, right? It's not going to be, I would say, super realistic. Even like the card, I believe this card original name was, Summoning Swarm. Well, it's up to the number of monsters your opponent controls. So yeah, maybe you can get 6 of them out, right? And if you get 6 of them out with 200 burn damage, the amount of burn damage is still relatively small. If this card said you could special summon this card and then as many as you want from your deck, then you have an engine that maybe has a little bit of potential. But I guess if you have multiple, it would be okay just to special summon more, but the problem is that you can only use each effect of this card's name once per, I don't know. It's just maybe, again, just a combo extender. But let me know, guys, what you think so far of the Battle Wasp. But we have more Yu-Gi-Oh cards to check out. Specifically going over the newer card that was shown off a while back. It is actually called the Crossout Designator. This card has a lot of potential, so let's go ahead and check out this card. So Crossout Designator is a quick play spell card that says you can only activate a card with this card's name once per turn. You declare one card name, you banish that card from your deck, and if you do, until the end of this turn, its effects are negated, as well as the activated effects and effects on the field of cards with the same original name. And it says, note the Japanese text for the negation clause is worded similar to Call by the Grave, which wasn't very clear on how it functioned versus certain effects. It's possible that the negation may be slightly different once we actually get the official rulings. But this card has a lot of potential. I mean, if you know exactly what your opponent has, and if they happen to have a card that you also play, I'm wondering if you could just call any of the hand traps and just chain this, and that gets rid of everything. It's like a better version of Call, because you can hit a lot of other things, especially if you're playing in mirror match. This card could be absolutely insane in the mirror match, or very specifically if you want to get rid of something. But since it is a quick play too, that actually makes it so much better. You just declare whatever your opponent has. That's going to be awesome. I definitely think this card has potential. But like I said, I'm curious how you guys feel about the Battle Wasps. Now that they revealed everything, do you think that they're even viable? For me, again, I just don't see it right now. But I would love to see someone play it and show me how to actually play this deck, because I still think, even with all the meter support, it's way too slow. You can only go for insects, and then on top of that, their effects are once per turn for almost all of them. Even the floater is only once per turn. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see if there's going to be more support later down the line. But they just got announced, and again, they said over here that they're doing all the Battle Wasp cards, so kind of disappointed, to be honest. But anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, drop a like on it for, of course, the B movie featuring Battle Wasps. And if you're new to the channel here, hit the subscribe button to see more of new Yu-Gi-Oh cards when they get announced. And if you guys want to see Battle Wasps, eventually I'll end up playing them. Or if someone, please send me a replay of them, because I don't want to play it, man. But maybe they can be good in certain things. Again, I just think that all you really got is this card. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. I'm signing out.